Nothing was going on last night. Absolutely nothing. But I still love you guys, and welcome to an all-new edition of All Andy Alfred right here on Clay Fan 2, 3. I am your host, Andrew Alfred. Gotta tell you, I got all that off my chest from yesterday's All Andy rant, and it was a pretty good show. You can watch it anytime on the Clay Fan 2-3 listing. I'm trying to fix my wire here. Excuse me. Let's get right into it. The Tigers were off, so were the Indians off yesterday, but they start a 4-game set in different parts of the country. Let's start with the Tigers. The Tigers start off at home this weekend in a 4-game set against the Oakland Athletics. And tonight we'll have Ben Sheets 2-3 with a 5.04 ERA, taking on Dontrell Willis, who's 1-2 with a 4.97 ERA. Saturday sees Rick Porcello taking on Brett Anderson, the guy who pitches a no-hitter this past season. Will pitch on Sunday. Dallas Brayton, he's 4-4 with a 3.23 ERA. He'll take on Armando Galarraga, who's 1-1 with a 5.23 ERA. And then the Monday afternoon game, I've noticed that all Monday games are afternoon games in the bigs, and Oakland hasn't decided who they're going to throw out on the mound yet, but the Tigers have. They're throwing out their ace, Justin Verlander, who's 5-3 with 3.74 ERA. And then after this series, the Detroit Tigers will take on a 3-game set with the Cleveland Indians. So the Tribe will be back in town in Detroit. The Indians, on the other hand, and I've been reading this book. This is a recommendation of the day, by the way. It's called The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, the Cleveland Indians, basically. They talk about the heart-pounding, the jaw-dropping moments in Cleveland Indian history. 95 World Series, 97 World Series, Rocky Calavito leaving, so on and so forth. The Indians will start a 4-game set in New York for the Yankees. They'll start tonight, and it'll be Phil Hughes on the mound for the Yankees, 5-1 with a 2.72 ERA, taking on Busto Carmona, who's 4-2 with a 3.45 ERA. Saturday sees David Huff taking on the former Indian pitcher, CC Sabathia. Sabathia 4-3 with a 3.86 ERA. Huff 2-6 with a 5.25 ERA. Masterson and Burnett will have on Sunday. That'll be a 1 o'clock start again. Tonight's a 7:05. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 1:05 starts in Cleveland. Not in Cleveland, in New York. It'll be Masterson. He's 0-5 with a 6.13 versus Burnett, who's 5-2 with a 3.55 ERA. It's do or die for Justin Masterson. If he doesn't perform here, in this person's opinion, he'll be down. He'll be sent down. And then the conclusion series will be Talbot versus Pettit. Talbot 6-3 with 3.73 ERA, taking on Andy Pettit, who's 6-1 with a 2.62 ERA. And as I said, the Indians will go up to Detroit and play 3 games before returning home. Other games in the bigs yesterday, the Tampa Bay Rays beating up on the Chicago White Sox 5-1. Kansas City winning over Boston 4-3. The Dodgers losing to the Cubs 1-0. Washington losing to San Francisco 5-4. Cincinnati put an 8th spot on the board. They had all 9 hitters hit twice in the first and second inning. They won 8-2 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Baltimore winning over Baltimore 7-5, and the Yankees losing to the Minnesota Twins 8-2. Let's look at the AL Central. After yesterday's win for the Twins are now 27-20, 4-6 in their last 10. They lead the division. The Tigers were off yesterday, and now they are 25-21, 1.5 back, 5-5 in their last 10. In third place is the Chicago White Sox. They are 20-27, 7 games out, 5-5 in their last 10. Kansas City, after their win yesterday, improves their record to 20-28, 7.5, 6-4 in their last 10. The Cleveland Indians are still in last place. They're 17-28, 9 games out, and 2-8 in their last 10. Yesterday morning, I could say morning because Toledo took on Buffalo at Coca-Cola Park and lost in the extra innings because of Mike Hessman, the former Mud Hen, hit 2 home runs, including the game winner in the bottom of the 10th, Rainwater got the loss. He goes to 1-2 with a 4.67 ERA. And Costa gets the win. He goes to 1-1 with a 1.46 ERA. Frazier homered for the Hens. Hessman, like I said, 2 home runs. And Adams homered for Buffalo in front of 15,080. Great crowd on hand for a morning game. Yesterday in the bigs. Yesterday, not in the bigs, but in the minor leagues. On STO was Lehigh Valley losing to Columbus 2-3 in 11 innings. Gordon got the loss. He goes to 0-1 with a 4.34 ERA. Todd got the win. Goes to 2-2 with 3.47 ERA. Babcock got his first home run of his career in the bigs. The Mud Hens will finish up this 4-game set before coming home on Monday. And we'll preview that series when we come back on the Monday show. But this weekend, tonight, it'll be Alfredo Figueroa, 4-1 with a 2.85 ERA, taking on Gee, who's 5-1 with a 3.86 ERA. Saturday and Sunday sees afternoon games. Gonzalez pitching on Saturday, 3-4, 3.51 ERA. Stoner, 3-4, 4.98 ERA. And then on Sunday, the concluding matchup, Toledo will throw Gardner, who's 1-2 with a 2.76 ERA, taking on Owens, who's 1-0 with a 3.75 ERA. Let's look at the IL West. Columbus is 29-19, 6-4 in their last 10. Toledo's 26-21, 2.5 back, 7-3 in their last 10. That's not bad. Indianapolis is 24-23, 4.5 back, 4-6 in their last 10. They're coming. You gotta watch out for these Indianapolis Indians. Louisville is 22-25, 6.5 back, 7-3 in their last 10. It'll be interesting to see what the attendance will be on Monday. I'm planning on attending after we do our show, of course. Will be game time. It's at 5 o'clock on Monday. After this, they'll play the 4-game series against Lehigh Valley, then hit the road to play 4 against Rochester, then 4 against Lehigh Valley, and then coming home to play Rochester, including the June 15th afternoon game. And they'll play 4 against Rochester. They'll have an off day on the 16th of June, and then 17th through the 20th they'll be playing the Norfolk Tides before ending the month of June taking on the Gwinnett Braves. This weekend is the start of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. It'll be the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. We'll recap that series. We'll recap that game from Saturday on the Monday show. We are doing a show on Monday, even though it is Memorial Day. I've already taken a vacation day, and we have a big surprise for you fans that watch the show. We're taking the show on the road yet again to one of my favorite places in the world. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. We're going back to Kalahari Resorts. It will be interesting. We will be going the 9th and the 10th. That will be a Wednesday, Thursday event. And it will be interesting to see you fans come out and support the show. We'll be doing the show live at Kalahari Resorts. It'll be fun, be interesting, and I hope you can come on out. I mean, it's going to be some great weather. And like I said, the recommendation of the day, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the Cleveland Indians story. It's a good book. I want to take this opportunity to thank you to all the military for your great service you have done for this country. We got to remember that Memorial Day is not just a holiday off of work or school. It's a day to honor our fallen soldiers, our fallen government workers, and so on and so forth. To them, I say, and I'm Andrew Alfred. I hope you have an excellent weekend. And remember, as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially to the Mud Hens, Tigers, Indians, Iron Pigs, Blackhawks, Flyers, whoever. Victory is sweet when you have tasted defeat. Have a nice weekend, everybody, and go outside!